Hi guys, what's up? Last week I uploaded a video about the differences between Europe and Australia. If you haven't seen it, please make sure to check that one out as well. Today I will be getting into the nightlife of Sydney, since I wanted to put it in the last video, but it was so much that I decided to make a separate video on this subject. So, here we go! This is going to be a long one, so fasten your seatbelt. And again, I've only lived in Sydney, so I can only talk about Sydney. I've heard the rest of Australia is very different. But in my opinion, going out in Sydney sucks major balls. First of all, they have this thing called lockout, not to confuse with lockdown. Now in these corona days, that basically meant that after a certain time, I believe it was 10 or 11, you couldn't get into clubs or bars anymore. Which means that you can't really bar hop. If you're out, and you're not getting back in. And then alcohol is really expensive. I've seen a lot of drunk people on Friday and Saturday nights out on the streets, and I always wondered, like, either they spend hundreds of dollars or Australians just can't handle their drinks. Now you might think, I might just fucking pre-drink, eh? Nope. Most bars and clubs in Sydney have security at the door, which will inspect you as if they work for airport security. They will also ask you how much you drank that night, which I think is a weird question, because what's the right answer? If you say anything less than 2, they won't believe you. And if you say anything more than 2, you're drunk. I actually had one night that I didn't get in anywhere, and the funny thing is, I wasn't even drunk. I think I worked 60 hours that week, so I might have looked a little tired, but I definitely wasn't drunk.
Your eyes are a little glassy, mate. Try another night.
First bar, sucks. Second bar, same thing, sucks. Then the third bar, again the same thing. So I'm like, what can I do? Do you have one of those thingies I can blow in to prove that I didn't drink? But of course they didn't have those. So basically, I just spent 2 hours going from bar to bar trying to get in, didn't get in anywhere, completely ruined my night, went back home. Shit. Alright, so another funny story. I was at Home Bar, a club in the Darling Harbour, I believe, with about 4 or 5 of my friends. I didn't pre-drink ever, because after 2 beers my eyes get glassy, and apparently even if I don't drink, I still look drunk. We got in about 10:30, 11ish, and as I recall I had 1 beer and 1 whiskey coke. Then I went to the bathroom, wanted to go back to my friends, and then this girl came up to me and she's like, "Can you follow me?" I'm like, okay, sure. So she starts walking, I follow her, and at one point she goes out of this sneaky little side exit, and I follow her out, and then she tells the security guard that is standing there, don't let him back in, and she goes back, close the door, and I'm like, what just happened? So I asked this to the security guy. I'm like, what just happened? And he goes,
Well, it looks like you've been kicked out, mate.
I go, why? And he goes,
I don't know. I guess you're drunk.
now I guess most people would have just given up there, but I was pissed. I got in an hour ago, spent about like $80 on entry fee, a whiskey and a beer, and then I get kicked out for no reason. Now, by the way, I understand that working in hospitality can be very annoying. I worked in hospitality myself for about 7-8 years. Drunk people can be very irritating, but I wasn't drunk, didn't do anything wrong, and I was very polite, especially since this particular security guard was just doing his job. But anyway, I go, honestly, mate, do I look or sound drunk to you? I'm not slurring my words, I'm not walking funny, I'm having a very normal, not like now. I'm having a very normal conversation with you, and English isn't even my first language. And he goes, well, mate, I don't know, mate, can't do anything about it.
Nothing I can do for you.
So I go full Karen on him, and I'm like, alright, well, guess I want to speak to the manager. So 10 minutes later, this short Middle Eastern dude pops out of the club and he starts a conversation like this. I'm not kidding.
What's your problem then, mate?
Like this aggressive vibe. Bro, relax. But okay, you know, maybe he had to deal with some real drunk idiots already and he's a little on edge. So I just very politely, calmly tell my story, and in the middle of my story he goes, "You're drunk, mate, fuck off or I'll call the police." Huh? Well, I'll just finish the story there. Very frustrating, nothing you can do. These people just abuse their power and yeah, there's nothing you can do about it, so very annoying. After sharing this story with some of my friends, I actually found out that it happened to 3 of them. All get kicked out for no reason. Don't know why. I mean, they're very strict in Sydney, like I said before. So I get it if you are being really drunk and obnoxious, annoying, you know, harassing people. Sure, kick them out. But I was there for an hour, didn't do anything, went to the bathroom, came back and just got kicked out for no reason. And my friends told me that they got kicked out for not a particular reason as well. So I don't know why they do this, but it's very annoying and I don't think it's right. So yeah, if you are ever in Sydney, do not go to Home Bar. They suck. And their manager is a dick. Anyway, the last reason I don't like going out in Sydney is because the most popular bars and clubs all play techno, and that's just not really my thing. Yeah, I've tried a couple of those parties, but they're not for me. They're super crowded and I feel like 95% of the people there, if not more, are on drugs, which might be because alcohol is so expensive that it is cheaper to just pop some caps, as they say, which for the record, it's fine. I'm not judging, you know, do whatever you want to do, I don't care, but it's just not for me. I mean, standing in the club like this, you can't even move because it's so crowded. You have to go through people like this and everybody's just on drugs, dancing. It's just not for me. So yeah, long story short, techno, drugs, expensive alcohol, lockout laws, and abusive security personnel is what makes Sydney not so cool, in my opinion. The nightlife, that is. That's it again for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed my complaint video. If you haven't already watched the other video as well, which is a lot more positive, and make sure to give a thumbs up, comment down below if you have some similar story or want to share something else, and don't forget to subscribe. See y'all later. Ciao, ciao.